Hi! This video consists of some prop building, some haunt idea planning, and some other random Halloween stuff. Basically, from here on out until Halloween, any video that really consists of a lot of Halloween Haunt 2012 related content, I'm just going to start calling like Haunt Build Part 1, 2, 3, whatever, for 2012. Just because it's going to make it easier to understand what, is going on. And basically there's really only 3.5, 4 months of really like building and planning, and in between touring and stuff like that, this is all going to be, basic planning or building for 2012. If I'm just working on a prop or something really simple and it's mixed in with some other stuff, then it'll be titled its own thing. So yeah, just to clear that up, so keep an eye out for haunt build videos from here on out. So this is part 1 of 2012 official haunt building and planning. Hey everybody, a rare occasion that I'm over at my parents' house while it's still daylight out, so I'm trying to do some planning while I can, clearly see the yard for Halloween, and just getting some more ideas of where, like, now that I'm making it more of a walkthrough again, as long as it doesn't rain, I have to kind of plan where people can see stuff from all different angles. And shit, I need to do some yard work over here. And like last year, people weren't able to come this far from the porch, so they couldn't see that side of the porch. So what I'm going to have to do is, instead of wasting all my box material and to build, like, structures and stuff, I'm just going to put some of that 100 feet of netting I got across here. Just one big solid chunk of it, and then that way they can't see the side or the behind the scenes of sort of the sewer section that's going to be up here. Now, one thing I have noticed standing out in the yard, some of the trees have died since last year. That guy right there is completely dead, and this big cypress tree is looks like it's completely dead. This I'm not as worried about. I mean, I don't see it, rotting away or falling down anytime soon. But that one sort of sucks because it was a good cover spot and sort of like a hiding area, and now you can see right up all the way to the house over on that side. So I might just use a bunch of netting, like strips and stuff, to just sort of try to hide, gaps and holes, because I kind of like it. It's separated. I like the front yard being like one section, and then up this house being like a second section where you can't really see it. So I might even, like right here where the bench is going to be turned around this year and facing out that way, because this whole front area is all going to be graveyard this year. I'm going to fill in the oyster plants there. I'm going to put most of the tombstones and zombies and all the crap that used to be all up here, and I'm gonna run my fog chiller, like my nice fog chiller, into here. And I think after 6 or 7 years of trying to get a fog chiller to work well in Florida, I think it might finally perform well, because for us the humidity normally just kills low-lying ground fog. It just doesn't really work that great, but I'm hoping it'll stick, like seep underneath the oyster plants and just sort of kind of drain out into the front of the yard and kind of pool up from where the gaps in between the oyster plants are. That way any wind or anything will just not blow it away immediately. It'll keep it low to the ground under the plants. That's the plan, at least. Besides that, I really haven't given much thought to this back area. I already showed you in the last video, this area over here is where I want my ghillie suit style dude to be sitting. Wow, look at all the sunbathing lizards back here. Basically, this is where the candy bucket's going to be again. It wasn't here last year, but it's where I've had it in previous years. And this is just a turnaround spot. They'll come get their candy here and turn around and go back the other direction. But I haven't really thought of what I want to do with this scene, so when I do, I'll let you know. I'm thinking it's going to look best if I wrap each individual box in the jute netting, just to make it, you know, give off the idea that they are, you know, like individual crates, or, you know, not just a stack of cardboard boxes with one big piece of jute netting over them. It'll look like just, you know, more of like a pile of whatever. You don't know what's under there, but if I wrap them all up in, you know, square box forms, it'll make this shipping yard, you know, dock area sort of make a little bit more sense. And for this section right here, where I want to have in between these, where the fuck's the other palm tree? There it is. In between these two palm trees, leaning over up against the cypress tree, I wanted to make sort of like a fallen over arch of boxes. And I think I'm just gonna wrap one of the, one big huge box and have it leaning over, and then maybe a couple kind of leaning sideways over it, and then the whole stack, you know, down here. That way it can, you know, you'll get the idea that the stack is sort of fallen over and shifted, and it's, you know, leaning up against the tree. I had toyed with the idea of actually making like a falling stack, like, you know, that we could push and then pull back, but I'd have to have someone standing over here at all times. This area is pretty small, and I don't want them to block this window and that window, and I decided just to nix the idea of actually having a falling wall and then just do a already fallen wall, like, you know, more of an archway they have to walk under. So yeah, there. Alright, I have finished the muscle and the basic building of the second hand. I really like the way it came out. It was a little bit more difficult than any of the other hands or arms for a prop that were built, just because of its proportions were a little funky. And I was going to make the arm base down here a little bit thicker, the upper arm a little bit thicker, but since it's all going to be, this is all going to be hidden anyway, there's really no point. So it's a little bit bigger down there, and it tapers off, but I'm proud of the giant long finger I built. So now I just got to skin it and paint it, and then, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to take a break on this one, and I'm going to go back to this guy and at least just get all his, you know, body built. I'm only home for another week, so maybe I should be able to get that done before I leave, and then I'm gone on tour for another like 2.5 weeks. So, yay! We're out walking around our park across the street from our house, and notice this tree with all like these bits of garbage and shells and little kids' toys. There's a little army man arm holding like a ring, and I'm guessing it's, you know, just people collecting garbage in the park and putting it up on the tree, but the shells don't really match the garbage theme, you know. You could just throw the garbage away in the garbage can. A little bundle of sticks. Maybe it's like a tennis ball. Yeah, an offering to the park gods or the witch. Oh, there's a little T for golf. That's weird. Master lock. Interesting.